Hey, what's going on guys? In this video we are going to see how to do this assignment using C programming. Previously I have done this assignment using Raptor. I'm going to do the same assignment using C programming. Here what we have to do is we have to ask the user to enter a number between 0 and 9, and if the number is less than 0, it's going to print out like this: input number cannot be less than 0. And if the number is greater than 9, it's going to print out input number cannot be greater than 9. And if the user enter a number that is between 0 and 9, it's going to find out all the factorial of those numbers and print it out like this. Okay, now let's go ahead and see how to create this one using C programming. First I'm going to introduce some integer type of variable, integer, and I'm going to declare three variables: n for the number, this is the number the user is going to input, and then I'm initializing t with 0. This is the one we are going to use this t to find out the factorials. And then after that I'm going to equalize result, initialize result with 1. This is going to be the final result if the user enter a number that is between 0 and 9. Okay, initialize this one with 1, and let's go ahead and begin our process. First we have to give a prompt to the user. I'm going to use this printf statement to give a prompt to the user. In this prompt we are going to ask the user to enter a number that should be between 0 and 9. So let's go ahead and write enter a positive integer between 0 and 9. Okay, this is going to be the prompt to the user, and then the user is going to enter a number. To get the input from the user we have to give a scanf statement. In this scanf statement, since the user is going to enter an integer type of variable, we have to put %d. Whatever the value the user enter is going to be stored in n. Okay, we have to put ampersand in front and then n. After that we are going to create if statement, because in this condition, like as we seen in the assignment says the number has to be between 0 and 9. If it's less than 0 or greater than 9, we have to give a message that it cannot be less than 0 or it cannot be greater than 9. Okay, now let's go ahead and look at the condition where it's less than 0. So in this if statement I put a condition, and if n is less than 0, it's going to enter this one. In this one we are going to print a message, printf statement. I'm going to give input number cannot be less than 0. Input number cannot be less than 0, and I put a \n. Okay, this is the printf statement. Now this will enter if the user enter a negative number. Okay, now also we have to give a error, give a message like this: if the user enter a number that is greater than 9. For that one we are going to use else if statement. In this else if statement we are going to set a condition that if n is greater than 9, then we are going to print a message same as this one. I copy this one, and in this case we have to print it like it cannot be greater than 9. Okay, I put greater right here, greater than 9. Now if both of the conditions are not true, it means it definitely between 0 and 9, so we can do the calculation of factorial and print out the final results. So for that one we use else statement. In this one we are going to give a factorial equation, and also we are going to give a printf statement. First we are going to print, okay, let's create a for loop for that. Okay, let's create a printf statement. In this printf statement we are going to print out %d factorial. %d factorial is equal to %d \n, and then t and result is going to print out. T is 0 and result is 1, because for the first factorial it's going to be 0 factorial is equal to 1. Okay, so we put t and result. but for the second and third we have to do the calculation. I mean, for the second, like until 9, we have to do the calculation. For the first one it's easy, we can directly print it out, but if it's greater than that, we have to use a for loop to calculate that one. In this for loop, I initialize t with 1, and I set the condition t is less than or equal to n, and I do the increment of t by 1 each time, t plus plus, and finally we are going to set result is equal to result time t, result times t, and after that we are going to give the final printf statement. In this printf statement we are going to put %d factorial equal to %d backslash n, and now we are going to print out the value stored in t and n, result, and that's it. Now let's go ahead and run this one and see whether we have any error. Okay, it's working perfectly. Enter a positive integer between 0 and 9. Let's give a negative number. If I give the negative number, it should display input number cannot be less than 0. So let's put -4. It's printing out input cannot be less than 0, so it's working properly. And if I put a number greater than 9, it should also print out like input number cannot be greater than 9. So let's put 10. So it's saying input number cannot be greater than 9. And if I put a value in between 0 and 9, it should print out all the factorials. Now let's put 7. Now it's printing out all the factorials. Okay, and for the first one, yeah, if you want this like properly, you can leave the space like this. Okay, so when you do that, let's put again 8. Let's put 8. So now it's printing very nicely. Okay, and that's how we do that. I hope you guys find this video helpful, and if you are trying to access these codes, it's in my blogger. I put the link of my blogger in the description, so you can go ahead and access them. And also, if you are trying to learn C or C++ programming, there are a bunch of videos in my playlist. I hope you guys watch that too, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.